Was y'all the first?
Huh?
What? Timbs and fatigues?
No. I'm talking about the first with the flats.
The first.
Was we the first in hip hop with fatigues?
No, Timbs and fatigues.
Timbs and fatigues, the first in hip hop?
On camera.
I know that.
There's a debate. Who came from the first? For y'all Queens niggas. Was it the Lord's Boys or was it Smif-N-Wessun?
The cheeks.
Smif-N-Wessun came out first. With fatigues and Timbs.
Because they lived on the block from me, so I thought it was the niggas first. That's because I'm from that neighborhood. I live 2 blocks from that where they shot that video. Literally,
You about to start
2
a
blocks.
fucking riot here.
But I will say this though. Y'all niggas is the reason why New York niggas such as myself was wearing Timbs on the strip
my
in
bad.
Miami Beach.
It's
like, look at these New York ass niggas in Miami by the beach with Timbs on. I was like, yeah, it's a fact. I was one of them niggas. Timbs on with shorts in Miami. Like, the season's here, but my Timbs is here.
Timbs is short.
Timbs on
I did that plenty of times.
Ass kicking reasons.
I tell you one thing. In 9th grade, me, Cook, and Tek was like, you know what? We ain't have a lot of bread, but we was like, you know what? From this point on, we put our feet in the lunchroom. We was like this. Word. We gonna get Timbs next week. We gonna all get Timberlands. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't have a lot of bread, so we couldn't get those ones yet. So they had the sneaker ones.
So you got the single
soul. What brought us to
the ankle joints. The ankle
We can't get those yet. We gotta get the ones.
But even before what brought us to Timbs, my brother was a drill sergeant in the Army.
See, I wasn't even gonna bring that up. Go ahead.
My brother David was my older brother, rest in peace. He would bring the large green, all the fatigues. All the fatigues, his helmet, gas mask, boots. So I was going to high school in real Army combat boots.
Not from the Army and Navy spot.
No, real
combat.
Your man wearing combat boots, you like, yo, we gotta switch that up. Yo, son, that's cool, but
Our big brother, Cook, was a nigga who had money because he worked. His family owned the construction business.
Right.
So he had Timbs.
Yeah.
I came from the dirt. I had official Army
boots.
combat boots. And the fatigue. So when he would come home, I just tie a belt
Make it work.
and we would make it work.
Make it work.
We go to high school and that was our shit. That was our gear because we was at war in the hood, in the streets in high school.
Right.
So that was our gear.
The Army fatigue.
When we started doing what we was doing to get money for these shits, then it was like, nigga, this Tim's all season for ass kicking reasons. Yeah.
Never know when you.
Ironically, a nigga don't want to kick no ass in Timbs because you ain't trying to scuff them shit.
Ever.
You ain't trying to
Oh, man, you get a scuffle.
That's a terrible line.
Yeah, right. It's like it's over.
Timbs all season. That was a great line. It is, but like nobody wants to fight in Timbs. Like the fresh
Timbs and Air Forces,
They don't have to
once you
pass
get
on
the
the fair
stuff,
ones.
it's like,
yeah, it's over. I'm like, I know we gotta shoot this fair, but I'm gonna have to pass. Me shoot the fair. You can't do it, but it's not the fry. I just got these.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You gotta take a chance.
So I gotta say, are y'all partly responsible for all the fucking Timberland memes for New York City?
Yes.
Every time some nigga out of state is talking about New Yorkers,
Yes.
this
They
fucking
probably, yeah.
Timbs.
They probably,
Yes.
They even got a fighting game with 2 Timberlands. Fighting. It's the black Timbs versus the tan joints.
Look at your turn
They doing
inside, fam.
combos.
Yes.
Right, you look sad, man.
I don't know who did it first.
Black
Y'all
Air
are Lost
Forces
Boys,
and
but
I don't
Timbs.
live for accolades.
I lived over there, so
I
give it
just
to the
know
book.
what
That's
what
my
we
story.
was
I'm gonna
doing.
give it to
Right.
them.
I just know what we was doing in our time. I don't live for the accolades.
What's dope is that we made a pact in high school to never see Tek with those fucking combat boots. And the only way we could do that is go, yo, we're all gonna get boots, but just not the combat boots.
Right.
We're gonna get Timberlands.
My combat boots came from the
Yeah,
soil.
Where we was like, he had different chunks of Vietnam and them shits.
I had the
shit-
fatigue helmet,
That's
the
hilarious.
gas mask, I used to come to school with the fatigue jacket that had Williams on my shirt because that's the last name.
Right.
And my brother was a drill sergeant.
Right.
So his uniform was Williams.
Yeah.
So I come, they like, oh shit, yo, how you got the mate? Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, my shit.
But my boots ain't Tim's yet.
Right.
They official Army
Army,
certified.
Meant nothing in the 9th grade.
But I'm still fucking niggas up. It don't
Niggas
matter.
was clearly scared of him, but it was like, yo, what's up with your man?
Y'all are definitely
I'm not talking a lot.
not one of those. No, y'all are definitely responsible for how New Yorkers are looked at right now. Like when they make
Nigga,
Timberland jokes.
I was
wait,
on
hold on,
Miami Beach on the sand with Tim's on. They was like, "Who's this New York weirdo?"
You
This is how
definitely
we
New
do
York.
it.
Like, yo, I'm keeping a Billy with you. Like,
Nigga, I was dunking
we
in Tim's.
was
nigga.
no, that's a
Cross
fact.
niggas, all
It was
that.
like the original Jordans was Tek Tims.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Wow.
we was jacking the S1Ws. You know what I'm saying? Chuck D. We was jacking them. They was rocking camouflage. They was rocking boots. That was dope.
Chuck D.
We was jacking Tretch heavy. Tretch was like, I'm
But
wearing
they
I'm wearing
filmed that do the
combat
right
boots
thing in my hood.
Yeah.
with the ratchet. Now I ain't got no ratchet, no gun. I got a ratchet. I got like I got a pickaxe.
Right.
This is me. I'm coming Jersey, dirty Jers.
Yeah.
And of course EPMD. And then when our bros came straight from the sewer, they came with the 40 belows. We were like, oh.
I think,
You know what I mean?
for me, that was the first, when I started seeing hip hop. I
Grimy
seen
street
EPMD and Das Effects, because we was living in the East at the Dog Hilly on Pennsylvania. I would see
100%.
EPMD
Yeah.
and Das Effects pull up into the park on
Right across the street from
Pennsylvania
Gertz.
and big 600 Benzes. They would pull up on the sidewalk in the park. We was hood niggas that was robbing or doing.
Chain
But when I
snatching, mighty
seen
gone,
them niggas,
motherfucker.
when I seen that, I was like, oh. He was always rapping talent shows. I'm like, oh shit. That's what that rap shit did? Big you never big body 600. Big body 600.
Right.
You pull up on that shit on the park, on the sidewalk in the park in East New York.
And you step out with a pair of 40 below.
40 below Tim's on. This is Das Effects and
Levi's,
EPM.
like-
This is Das Effects, not even EPMD. This is Das Effects. We living around the corner from the park, across the street from Gersh.
Straight from the sewer.
I'm like, oh shit, son, what we want to do? Do we rob him?
I wasn't there that day. I don't know what he talking about.
Do we make? This is my. I'm a star nigga.
Right.
Do we, what's the next move? What's the next move? Is this what hip hop is? It wasn't hip hop. Is this what rap do?
Right. Is that when you started?
I gotta be a rapper.
That's when you
But
started.
nah, we used to cut hooky parties, work out in the mirror. Like I said, tropical.
Oh, shots fired. Cut that.
tropical-
Cut that.
No, we don't cut that shit. Onyx went to our school. Sticky Fingers. Gemini the gifted one. Rakim would come up there. Craig G went to our school.
Maxwell.
Maxwell went to graphics.
That's crazy.
Wow.
So we would have, if y'all already know, hooky parties. We would have hooky parties.
We didn't party with none of them though.
It wasn't
No.
no ciphers in a hooky party.
No.
It was just boom, boom,
No, but
bye.
you know
it
one
was just straight Jamaican vibe in a hooky party.
One time, Craig G battled Cyclonus. And
I don't think I was there for that one. Was I?
yeah, no. But that was like epic because Craig G smeared Cyclonus, right? He bust his ass. Craig was like just coming in between tours and stuff.
Right.
But I don't know how that battle even started. It just happened and Craig was with it. And he went in and I thought we was gonna have to whip his ass.
Yeah.
It was like, if you beat Cyclones, we probably gonna have to jump this nigga.
Cause in high
He
school,
beat his ass, but then it was like, yo, we just like, you know what I mean? Everything was all good, you know what I mean? Which is great.
Every battle I won in Brooklyn, y'all niggas wanted to jump me. I was clean niggas like, y'all Brooklyn niggas, man. The fuck?
Because we just stick together. That's what we do.
It was like, we can't beat them with words, but in the parking lot, we're undefeated.
As
Come there with my strap every time, nigga.
As we learned,
Making it out this shit.
learned, because before we came out, for us, there was nobody talking our talk.
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody in the hood talking our talk before us. I wasn't into Grandmaster, the fathers, and
But they was talking that street shit. Yeah, y'all was talking.
I wasn't into that shit.
Right.
Hip hop chose me. I wasn't into that shit. Then
I was definitely into that shit.
yeah, I wasn't into that.
I was
shit.
going to sleep on that shit. Wild
That's
Style.
night and day, dark liquor, white liquor. So it's when I became involved more into that. It was more like, after I know I can hurt a nigga. I came from the Sherlock Holmes shit. Like, if I punch this nigga in the jaw, I'm break his jaw, 2 weeks recovery, or I'm gonna twist this, or I'm gonna fuck him up. That's the vibe I was always on.
Right.
So, as I started moving around more with them, it was like, damn, it's just, when you get more power, you see what you capable of,
Right.
you just gravitate to doing more dumb shit.
Right.
So for me, it was just like, I ain't even gotta do that. Like, he would have a fight, I just run across the street, knock the nigga around, and be like, yo, let's go eat now. So it ain't.
Word.
We have in the boot camp, like even before we brought boot camp to the forefront, like, cause a lot of these guys is from our neighborhood. We hung out with these guys. Like, before we brought them to like getting signed, we had our own like little camaraderie.
It was just us.
You know, and it was like
us.
we was sharing our experience with them. We would go on a tour with Black Moon and come back with mad bags of Buddha and be like, yo, roll up. We go to the Galaxy and go eat. They can't eat. They just gotta roll up marijuana. Like, we'll be back.
And if you ain't know how to roll, you can't
I'm gonna go
smoke.
buy some cereal, nigga. Like,
If you don't know how to roll up, you can't smoke.
Oh, right.
But that's what we came into. Big 600 Benzes,
Right.
seeing this
You
shit.
speeding, relax.
Oh,
So he was already on that shit. He was already riding bikes to the hood. But this is the thing, like, prior to that, like, subtly you're training your constituents. Like, we're training Helter Skelter.
Right.
Like, Black Moon trained us. And we're sitting there watching them not only do performances, but we're also watching them do interviews. We're also watching them go on these shows with Funkmaster Flex, with DJ Khaled when he was on the radio, with what's his name? Poon Daddy.
Who's Poon
That's
Daddy?
my man.
Those people. Ain't he the guy that's supposed
For the
to
people
know
who
that?
don't know,
Shit.
for the people who don't know who that is, if
Don't
you
even tell them. Let them research.
Google it, you gotta Google Poon Daddy.
Yeah, it got to. If he asked him, he don't. Yeah.
Anyway,
I know Pooh
Yeah,
Man.
Pooh, you go with
I
it
don't
right
know
now.
Pooh
No.
Daddy.
Like
Hopefully
he
the
said,
right one come in.
How the jingle go?
I forget the first name. Something lover. Something
And then
lover
what?
and Poon Daddy.
Poon
Right?
Daddy.
Poon Daddy. We used to go to Detroit. We used to go to Chicago. We used to go to Atlanta. We used to go to LA.
It's gonna be stuck in my head
when we went
for the
to
rest of the day.
yo, all right, so okay, yo, Mac. When you go to LA,
Not to cut your wisdom, real quick.
I got a question too.
I give praises to. My memory is fucked up. The people who have hip hop historian
did it come up?
memorabilia and in their mind. This nigga, my partner, and Nori, like, I praise these niggas. Not if I can say that on y'all show, but these niggas are niggas that's like elephants. who remember it.
Right.
I remember what happened yesterday, maybe, and maybe a couple of days. But this nigga take you back to like, yo, Tek, you don't remember it was in '96? It was like, no, nigga, I don't. I just don't.
Right.
But if it's eventful and if it's that, but that shit, what he is explaining, this was something where it was like Jack the Rapper days.
Right.
Right.
So
I see.
Right.
That's why I saw
Hocking out the
Right,
down
right,
days.
right.
That's why I
So
saw-
you congregate
Right.
with all these
Right.
different
so
cats
now
from different
now it
regions.
comes together. This is Jack the Rapper days.
Impact Convention.
This is where like
Right.
it was boot camp versus almost like Master P boot
The
camp.
world. We was boot camp
Versus the world.
Everybody
Right.
was jacking our
Coming
shit.
down the
That's a
stairs
fact.
with Mr.
That
Cool,
influenced a lot
what
of
these
niggas.
niggas is doing.
They called themselves
Screaming
boot camp for a
Of
second.
course,
Yeah.
of course.
I
Right.
influenced a lot of niggas.
Right.
Like Ocean.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all presence was big and impactful. Like, oh, we never really seen this on TV. As a young nigga watching our TV, like, oh, this is different.
But that shit was real,
Yeah.
bro.
Again, because it was no
Like-
one else
Right.
before us who associated with us.
And
Right.
nobody was
Like
fucking with
even
us. No
all of us
cosigns.
might be 5-10 year age difference. We all grew up in the same.
Same
Era,
hood,
basically.
Time.
Right.
Yeah.
So before us, it was none of us that was telling us what hip hop was happening.
Just do what
Whether
y'all
it was
felt.
shit that was going on, niggas
Unless it
getting
was an
robbed,
uncle or somebody in the
less.
hood. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we got there, we was able to be the voice for us.
Right.
So now once we experienced that and brought it back to the hood,
salute to all the young niggas getting busy in the hood right now.
That's a fact.
Word
Hey,
up. Young
Yeah.
men and women out there doing y'all
the
due
way.
diligence.
That's where the generational, as they say, gap is. If we don't fuck with the young ones before us, because I look at them like that was us.
Right.
Indeed.
Because they ain't understand us when we was coming out.
Right.
Not that we don't understand them, because now we more in tune and patched in.
Than our parents.
Right,
That's a fact.
than our parent. So it's
Alleg-
all,
allegedly.
again, it goes back to the
Allegedly.
timeline.
Allegedly.
The learnings, the teachings, all that is different. But the timelines. What we learn late, teach our kids early. So if we could gravitate and grab them and be like, yo, blah, 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 blah. I ain't tell my son who I was until he was about 13.
Old enough to get it.
You know what I mean?
That's real shit.
Old enough? Yeah.
That's
So he
real
was
shit.
about 13. So it's like, oh, work, daddy, you did this?
Yeah.
I tell my kids all the time, I say, you'll never be cooler than me.
Yeah.
The nerve of you.
But like you said, we want to give
nerve.
them what we ain't had
Yeah,
and
right.
show them.
Right.
Because all the shit is no learner's manual to being a parent. Because our
That's a
parents
fact.
wasn't the best parents to us.
Right.
So how the fuck we gonna know to be the best parents to them?
Got to figure it out. You learn from imperfect parents, and that we imperfect trying to raise perfect
Right.
kids.
The kids are the upgrades. They're supposed to
Exactly.
figure out what you
Exactly.
didn't get right.
Right.
Take all the stuff that you
But
got
they
right.
so smart.
And then figure out what
They
you didn't get
catch
right
it.
and then upgrade
They
from
catch
that.
it before we even know they catch
Right.
it.
That's real shit.
Right.
I be telling my son and daughter, like, look.
Because they're free of programming.
Right.
Yeah.
I tell them, look,
Yeah.
I'm full of flaws and mistakes, but I got some good shit going on too. Take
Right.
the good shit, leave the bad shit, because we
But they know
fucked up
that.
adults trying to be. I'm still growing.
They know it before they let you
but I still
know
say
it.
it anyway. Just I'll be like,
Yeah.
like,
Well, I know y'all stay to each other.
My son is a ball player. He getting little looks from D1 schools and everything.
That's dope.
So
That's dope.
he's balling right now.
Why did you say allegedly? Why did you say allegedly, bro?
About what part?
The part that he was saying about
About the parents?
Yeah. I want to hear that.
You know, a parent, like you think about what a parent is. And you think a parent is this person who, I guess, who's commissioned by the universe to be a guardian of another being,
Absolutely agree.
right?
Keep going.
And is this person qualified for that? What is the criteria? Do we interview this person? If it's someone who's adopting someone, we probably will. But then do we do it thoroughly enough? What is the criteria for this parent? Like, I love my parents. My mother had me in her belly when she was 17 years old. You telling me a 17-year-old know how to take care of God?
It's a baby taking
Now
care of a
it's
baby.
Part of self.
Now it's right.
Part of self. If we're not willing or we're not interested in the story, that's to become.
Right.
What are we gonna become? No one told this 17-year-old that she's going to be anything. Now she is about to become everything.
Right.
What's the manual for that? That's not even talking about the young man that's over here going boom. You don't need to get into the details of what these people are, who they are. We can talk about anybody's parents, right? And we go, a parent, like we charge these humans with these gigs, these heavy jobs.
Right.
Right? Why? Like, why is the question asked by the dumb, deaf, and what? Blind. We not either. So we go, somebody gotta take the responsibility.
I can tell you
So
why.
whom much is given, much required.
I
If
can
it
tell
came
you-
out your asshole, I guess you gotta take care of it.
I can tell you
Right?
why.
You can tell me why, I'm sure you can.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you
In your
why.
perspective.
And no, everybody's perspective. I can tell you why.
Let's speak on it, God, buddy.
All right, so it goes
Bill,
like
go.
it goes like this, right? All right, you know, women have, men have. It comes together, and that's it.
Okay,
That's
birds
just
and the
how it
bees
happens.
is
Birds and the bees.
There's
right.
nothing
We
else
get that
to it.
part. Right.
There's nothing
And
else
then-
to it, bro.
And then you a grandfather.
Nothing else to it.
Then you a
Bust
grandfather
a
at
nut.
25, and you're
She
going,
get pregnant.
yo,
There's nothing else to it.
you're going, yeah, my dad knows how to do this stuff, right? If my father would have met his father, would that make him a better father?
We can't, you know what? And
You-
and that's the
no,
thing.
no.
That's the thing. And
It's
for
questionable.
me,
You never know.
I didn't grow
You
up.
never know. So
I didn't
if
grow
the-
up with my pops around.
Yeah, me neither.
And I see
and look at
when
you.
his presence.
I
hold
see
on.
how you around your daughter.
Right.
Phenomenal.
Thank you.
I mean, listen, I'm just on the glass going word. So we don't have to have this blueprint.
The
right?
blueprint to teach
we,
about.
as gods, as we the creator, the maker, the owner, the creator of the planet, God of civilization.
Right.
We're going, yo, we're swift and changeable, so we're able to adapt, we're able to move pieces around. We can go, okay, cool. Well, maybe I didn't have a father figure, but that's not gonna make me someone who's gonna skip town on my, so on and so forth. So it's
Right.
like we get hit with the cannon because we go, it's the cannon fodder because if he grew up here, he's probably gonna be shit.
Right.
And his kid is gonna be shit.
Stereotype of bullshit.
And then you're gonna have the pipeline, you're gonna have the prison pipeline, and you're gonna have all these
that.
different things. We're gonna like, all right, well, a fatherless home. And then we gotta go, wait a minute. So what are we saying about the black woman? Because she's the mother of civilization. So you mean to tell me she can't take care of a child alone? Of course she can. She can raise a civilization. So if you have a single mother, right? Now we going to look at all of the ones, all of the defects instead of looking at the highlights. So we've got to go back to Nat Turner. We got to go back to Sojourner. We got to go back to
360.
360 Love.
It's
Now,
the
when
sex stories, basically.
Oh man, it's such a
Celebrate
love
the heroes,
story.
like you said.
It's such a love story because you go like, yo, you can stamp on these like it's like killing. I will not equate any race or any civilization to a water bug, but it's hard to kill a water bug.
Right.
You catch one of them in the house, you're like, I got him. That nigga be like, oh, I'm out, I'm gone. You ain't got-
And the nigga can fly.
And he can fly.
I'm like,
word.
chew, I'm about to bust a move.
It's also hard to kill a lion.
It's a thing when you talk about resilience. It's like, what makes a person want to live, right? Now, when I go, my father didn't know his father. Well, what made him be such a good father? Like, I looked at pictures today, and I said, what I remember from my father is the abusive version. I remember the alcoholism. So I can go, yo, his father's alcoholic, so he's probably gonna be alcoholic too. Now, I might be alcoholic. Yo, what else am I? Right? What else is my dad? Right? Because I'm looking at photographs and I'm like, holy snap. My dad was helping us put the toys together in Christmas. My dad was taking us to Prospect Park. My dad was walking us through 13 projects to take us to the BRC, the Brownsville Recreation Center, so we could play basketball. Right. I'm looking at me in a Brownsville Jet shirt. My arm is about the size of my pinky. I'm like, nowhere in the world I was playing basketball.
Right.
They just put a jersey on me like, yo, let's get these kids involved. Like, it's gonna take that revolutionary spirit to go, yo, all right, I went through this. And I ain't do 11 years in prison, yo, family, yo, you don't wanna be like me.
Yeah.
Of course I don't wanna be like you.
Right.
That's not gonna make me more of a man or make me more of a woman. But to have these experiences where you go, yo, like I did that without doing that. Like I grew up in the same neighborhood, right? And I didn't become that. I didn't become this. I didn't become this great lawyer, but I didn't go to jail.
Right.
Of course I got locked up because police is fucking they pigs.
Right.
You know, they need these type of things, but what do we need as a community? What do we need as a father of civilization? What does she need as a mother of civilization? Maybe our relationships are not the best, but guess what? We have the examples where we can go, yo, I am a parent. I never put a seed in a female, but I'm the father of this neighborhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I never push nothing out my asshole, but I'm the mother of this community.
Right.
So
my PNC.
I miss those days of going outside.
Nigga. That's my PNC.
You being on a
Give
bitch.
a fuck.
You knew structure. You knew structure within the neighborhood. The neighborhood was your parent. The community.
Right.
Your mother and your father. The hood raised you.
Still is, regardless.
So when I say I got 120 from the
village to
dope
raise a child.
Right. So we give thanks for that. So we all parents, and we take our responsibilities. You ain't gonna go like, all right, these little niggas is wildin'. They wildin' because nobody ain't having these type of conversations.
But these little niggas is wildin'
you know?
because it was us at the same time.
We been wildin'.
When we came into the, they were saying the same thing about us.
Look, I threw the rock. Son threw the rock. I thought he threw the other rock. We got caught, and we was gonna decide who was gonna tell who.
The thing we're not doing.
All we said wasn't
wait. The thing we're not doing is, hey, I threw the rock, but they got us. So come out from over there. We're not doing that. They got us.
Stop hiding.
Bro, they got us together. Come from out of the shed over there.
Yeah.
That's what we're not doing.
We're not doing that.
That's what we wasn't doing back then.
Right.
So it's a difference. But when that mighty lion, as we said, or that figure, that big brother, uncle, father figure is taken out of the household,
Yeah.
Missed that.
What you left with?
how do you learn it?
Outside.
Yeah.
How do you learn it?
You're going outside to
when you
learn.
go outside,
Yeah.
then what's next?
Don't
Gang
take
culture.
nothing from the queens.
I'm about to
though.
say that.
Don't take nothing
No,
from
no,
the
no,
queens.
you can't take nothing from the queens.
But
The queen,
But we gotta acknowledge. We gotta acknowledge
No.
that it's not just the queen that raises
Nah,
the
but
kid.
you know what's
It's
real?
not.
I watched something the other day on YouTube where someone was doing statistics and they was talking about, statistics are high. The father that's not in the home, then he's gonna not go to school. The father's not in the home, he's probably gonna, he's this
Nah, but not
80%.
to cut your
No.
There's
Hold on. Let me finish my bill. Let me finish my bill. There are people who are able to tell you that because you didn't have a father, you're gonna be a loser.
You can still make
That's not fucking true.
Exactly.
No.
That's
That's
not true. If you're a single parent, if you're raising a single parent home and your mother is raising you, you can be a fucking winner. It's not no fucking vlogger, and no one's gonna come in and go, yo, you know what? Statistics say whatever. Woo woo. Fuck statistics. We break the mold every chance we get. We are living, walking, breathing proof that the mold has been broken. We're supposed to be dead at 18, Godbody. All of us, everyone in here is. Yo, we all been through some shit.
Right.
We've been running around town with the pound strap down for real.
Right.
We supposed to be gone, bro. And the Most High, for some reason, we still here going, well, we have to live a mess. If you silent, then you are culpable in watching all these black kids, these brown babies die by the hands of these fucking slave owners. We're talking about slavery. We're talking about something that's systematic. We're talking about people who do not want you here.
Right.
I don't have nothing I don't have no qualms against, like when Kanye says the Jews,
That's
I
what I was
understand what he's saying.
Does that take us back to the Kanye point?
What it allows us to do is to have a dialogue, because Kanye opened up a platform that every vlogger, not only every vlogger, but every news station is talking about this, because we're running from the fact that we don't have the platform to discuss real issues that deal with people out here. Like, until hip hop comes and then somebody says something that's crazy off the rockers and he's not following the program, you're like, wait a minute, we don't respect that. We want to take you off here, we'll take you off here. Cool. We wasn't on that platform in the first place.
So that's like saying hip hop is the savior of our fucking nation.
No.
Hip hop is the bastard of the party. Hip hop was never supposed to be born.
Right, this was the
Hip hop
fad.
was never
This
supposed
was
to
the
last
fad.
past stealing electricity. Hip hop took people who were about to kill each other and made them hug each other. Hip hop did that.
But now
Peace,
it's
love,
a billion,
unity, and having fun.
multi-trillion
The
dollar
God said
culture
that
right
in the
now.
beginning. It's
Rap music is.
so
Everything.
okay, right?
Everything.
So acknowledge the fact that if anything that is worth that much, you know it's a vulture. You know it's a dragon. It's like the House of Dragons.
Yeah.
Right?
That's why I hate
Against-
even subtracting or trying to divide of what's hip hop music, of great music, of the artists that create it.
Right.
It don't matter if you're a young artist, old artist, new artist. If it's dope music, it's
You said that to
fucking
me.
dope
You said that
music.
to me. You said that
Right.
to me. Yo, listen.
Hip hop is the only one where they try to say, yo, it's a young man, it's a young man's sport.
Yeah, that's a fault.
Right.
I'm
But
glad
you
you
got
said that.
artists that's doing country music at 92, 80-something years old.
Mick Jagger
Or-
just still on tour.
Right, and they still touring. So why
And they still getting
why
praised.
is it
They
why
praise their
is it
heroes.
that we as hip hop artists
Right.
we can't
Continue to create.
continue to rock and
Right.
create?
I think.
But that
And be
just
praised at the
up
same
to us.
time.
Like for me,
Yeah.
I don't want to be 60 and 75 on a stage
but
performing
understand-
Bugtown or whatever it is.
But you never know.
You say that now.
I don't know.
never
I
know.
say
that now.
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
want to do that. I want to be able to bring the next artist
right.
that's going to create a new Bugtown.
But you
And
don't. But
that's
two
what I
things
feel
can
like-
be true at the same time.
That's
You
what I
don't
feel
have
like
to
the
get out
natural
way.
evolution of artists should be. Like,
What you?
You don't. The Rolling Stones didn't have to sit down for Kiss
It's not about sitting down.
or even move over. You can usher in whatever you want and still
But
be
they
exactly
came
who
out
you
the
are.
same time.
My point.
They didn't come
okay,
out
excuse me. I used the wrong.
30, 40
group.
years
I used
later.
the wrong group. The Beatles didn't sit down for the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones didn't move over
Right,
for
nah,
U2.
but you
Right,
that's understood.
All
That's
these things
understood.
can, which gets back to the original point. I told you earlier, as legends, I believe legends get grace. You don't have to talk about certain things if you don't want to. Go on tour when you feel like it. You can be able to sit down.
Right.
But with that also comes the ability, I believe, to create. If you want to usher in the next wave of whatever, you can father that. But at 60 and 70, I don't see any limit to you having to stop doing what you're doing.
No, I'm not saying to stop. And also, to be able to create is a gift that comes from Allah to create as long as we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, as far as performance-wise,
Mm-hmm.
for me, I don't want to be on a stage 70 years old.
Well, let's see what happens when you get to 70.
Yo, all
And,
right.
oh, wait. Unless there's a dedication when
See
you
how fast that happened?
No. It's not how fast. I'm talking about right now.
right.
Right now, I'm dealing with right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to bring the next Tek Steele, GRAFH, you, Matt, the next right now.
Right.
That's here.
Usher it in.
That's not talking about destruction.
Yes.
Or that's not dealing with destruction. In our shits, we're not dealing with destruction. Our last album was the arm, leg, arm, head. It's not dealing with destruction.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Our next album is about to go and create with Ninth Wonder, who makes some of the best music that you ever heard, from
Salute.
Beyonce to
Shout out to
everything.
Knife.
That's a
Salute
fact,
to
yeah.
Knife.
So the next Smif-N-Wessun album is in preparation.
Right.
That's dope.
I'm not saying I don't want to be. Yeah. I'm not saying I
Big up
don't
to the
want
Soul
to be.
Council.
We wait
I don't
on
want
it.
to be on that stage doing that, because that would be an honor. I want to be able to look, sit back, and relax and be like, yo, not even that's from me or that's from us, and be like, yo, that's That's a seed planted.
That's a
You
fact.
reap what you sow.
Yeah,
Right.
fact indeed.
Right. So
When
is that the natural evolution for all artists?
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
It's E1T1.
Right.
Each one teach one. What we learn late, we teach our kids early. That's what we supposed to do.
Right.
Our natural progression to go forward is to reproduce.
Facts.
That's Allah's word. We have 5 pillars being of Islam that we do. We pray every day, 5 times a day. And we give thanks for being here, and we ask for forgiveness, to forgive each other. I love you, or the fact that you are my brother
Right.
in Islam. But besides that, it's the thing in life is to be a good person, a good human being,
Man, right.
and pay it forward. I don't know if you ever seen a movie, Pay It Forward. There's a movie.
I
There's
never
a
heard of
movie.
that
You
shit.
pay it
I
forward.
never saw it
I
either.
never heard of that
I'm
shit.
gonna go check it out though.
Yeah, you pay
Not
it
me.
forward.
Sounds corny. I'm never gonna watch that.
30 years.
You never know. You never know.
What you're saying, I feel so much because I say this all the time. The child in all of us, but I associate with the child in me, but I probably could be the child in every man in this room. The child in me, I grew up in that era. We probably the same age. I was a victim of the inner city streets. I was a victim of what was going on. I was a little kid. I tried to be what I saw on TV. I tried to associate with the guys in my neighborhood, and I became a victim. And every time I get on this camera, and every time I get an opportunity, thanks to Math Hoffa,
Word up.
to
Salute Math
speak
Hoffa.
to the
Word
world.
up. Salute
Yeah.
Math.
Thanks to Math Hoffa. To speak to the world.
Boom, 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 boom,
And
boom,
to
boom,
say
boom.
to the world what I need to say. I gotta tell the truth. And I can't lie to those kids. You know what I'm saying? The child in me that wasn't saved, I'm still trying to save. I can't save that child, but
You can pay it forward.
The children that's out
Pay it
here,
forward.
they need to know the truth. I cannot promote gangsterism. I cannot
Fuckery.
promote the
Fuckery.
bullshit. I
Whatever
cannot
it is.
promote money. I cannot promote any of that because that is all the things that had me running with those type of guys you
You
was
gonna go
talking
on that
about
route.
earlier.
But you live and you learn.
Laying guys down.
You live
When
and you
I
learn.
lived
You
and
know what's
I
crazy?
learned, and now that I lived and I learned, I must teach.
Now that I appreciate that because you know what's crazy? I wouldn't have got into half the shit I got into as a young man if the older niggas that was supposed to lead with that type of shit ain't put drugs in my hand on a gun. I mean, you can take over this hood, right? I'm like, yeah, of course I can. I ain't no shit about hustling that. I'm like, of course I can. Do it. I did this a million times.
I'll do it.
Hold this pack. Don't tell nobody. What? Yeah, I'm a figure. I can do this.
Right.
I would have got into half the shit I got
Not
into
even funny.
if niggas that was supposed to know better told me better. And I was on a great path. I'm going to school. I was trying to be a doctor, all type of shit. I'm like, oh, but this street shit is amazing. I'm driving a car young. I'm like, oh, now I'm outside. But I wouldn't have been outside if niggas ain't put me outside. Keep it a
Right.
buck.
Tell you the truth.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas,
But I gotta
I
say-
idolize certain niggas that told me, yeah, be like us. But I'm like,
But that comes
I
from...
don't hate my path.
no, I don't hate it either. I'm just saying.
can't.
I know you
because
don't
it made
either.
you who
I'm just
you
saying.
are.
But imagine somebody taught you something different. You didn't know better. I ain't know better. I ain't
Right.
even say ain't
So
cat.
what-
I didn't know better.
But it's
But
pointless
that
to
comes from who
imagine
do you
because it is
blame?
what it is.
No, I'm just saying.
Do
But
you blame
just,
your
I'm just saying, just
household?
imagine. You
What
can't
do you
imagine
blame?
it. I'm not blaming
I
nobody. I'm just
don't
saying.
have to. For me, I don't have to imagine it because I look at my son and I see
But what do you tell him?
he's what I am. If I wasn't around,
But you
certain
feed him
shit.
different. You feed him different information.
You know what I
than
mean?
fed you, right?
Yeah,
That's what I do. I do the same shit. I tell my son the real shit. Like, nah, this street shit.
The
Go
truth.
this way.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna send you on the
I'll
same
let him
path.
know.
The
Nigga
truth.
send me on.
I let him
I'm
know.
not gonna repeat history.
You gotta
let's-
tell
let's-
the baby
But I'm
the
never
truth.
gonna pretend like those times wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Nah,
And-
we grew up in a different time.
but then
I'm just
it's not
saying,
pretend-
yeah.
let's not
You're not
pretend.
gonna repeat the trend. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Everybody's
They repeated the
truth
trend with me.
is
You
not
know
a
what I'm
good
saying?
truth.
Right.
Everybody's truth is not a good truth to grow up or even to put on your child as a truth. Everything, you want the ugly truth or you want a fancy lie?
Right.
So it's up to you and to depict or decipher, as we say when we build it, what you want. But at the end of the day, we all are being judged when that trumpet blow, when our last day is here, because that's what I believe.
Right.
I'm talking about what I believe.
Right.
Like I said, I'm not a fan of doing interviews. But he believe he either gonna make me shit. All the shit he talking, some of it I may agree, some shit I may not.
Right.
But as again, like we do at The Shining, all I gotta do is be like, yo, all right, let me stop talking about that, or let me switch the subject.
Right.
Or just the look is what it is. It's up to you and all of y'all out there how we live our life.
Right.
For me, my hip hop life is totally different from my private life.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what I believe in, I might not come across into this shit like it.
In what way?
For me, first of all, I'm a Gemini. I know Kanye's a Gemini. There's a lot of creators and innovators that's a Gemini.
Right.
So our mind, it thinks different.
So you like Kanye? I'm just trying to speed the shit up. Like,
Right.
get to
That's
it.
30 years. I knew you was going to. That's 30 years.
Trying to get
Every time.
Yeah.
That's 30 years. So all right, but being that said, do I think, as we was talking even before the camera was on, how we was going into it, do I think he's right or he's wrong? I'm saying that's our brother. That's our brother.
Right.
I agree.
That's our brother. Whatever he's going through, we gotta
think he
accept
right
him
and wrong.
pray through him. We gotta pray for
I
him.
think he yinging
Make
and yanging
doors
all
for
over
him.
this motherfucker.
He might say some dickhead shit every now and then. We all do. Because we're not perfect.
Right.
We reaching for perfection.
We're
Right.
reaching to be the perfect person.
But when you
Knowledge,
judge,
wisdom, understanding,
when you
culture,
judge too
freedom,
hard,
power,
it just
refinement. It's not even about
Yeah.
judging. It's like, yo, what is the ladder though? If you're gonna fucking stay on the first floor, then you're just fucking doing the
But what are the ladder?
aerobics.
The ladder
Right.
we're trying to reach
You're
is
doing-
perfection. We're never
Okay,
going to
if
reach
that's the
perfection
ladder-
in this human form.
Quantum your wisdom, God body. If you're not going up to the next floor, like what's on the next floor? Like we're gonna still do this part. Like we was talking about, like, come on, we watched Farrakhan go through with the Jews, right? If you got knowledge of self, then you know about the Jews. You know the history between the Jews and the Muslims.
Wait, please, not to cut your wisdom. Wise.
Let the doctor
wise guy.
doctor.
Right.
You just sport a Farrakhan, right? First time I met Farrakhan was at Prodigy funeral. Rest in peace, Prodigy.
Peace Project.
Sitting right next to him. We talking. I got my Muslim garb on, my throbe on, and he's talking. He's like, "Yo, brother, you know how he talk. Yo,
Protocols
brother."
of Zion. That's what
And
it's
like,
called. You familiar with that?
But then moving forward, I seen something today. He said the only way man can reach heaven while living is through a woman.
I seen that.
You seen that?
Yeah, I seen that.
So that means everything we go through, what we go through in the streets at night, when we come home and bring it and try to lay it down, our women is our foundation. That's our heaven. We don't have to die to get to heaven. We just have to find the right woman, the right partner. We find the right partner, she makes us better. She makes us smile. We wake up in the morning, yo, what's up, beautiful? We call her and check on her through the day. Oh, we don't even call our niggas our man. Be like, yo, son, what you doing? Fuck out of here. We call our girls, be like, yo, baby, what's up? I love to see my woman undress. I love to see my woman get dressed. It just brings a euphoric, a happiness.
That's a fact.
Like they say, happy
Smif-N-Wessun,
life,
y'all.
happy life.
The love hour.
This is of an age. This is of an age.
Yeah.
Where we at now.
Yeah,
I'm not 21.
Yeah.
I'm not 25.
Right.
I was talking to the big eye. Like again, I said I went to the wake. Rest in peace. Oh, I was talking to the big eye. That's big eye. He's 25. He gave me his top 5 rappers. I'm like, word. How do you ask? How do you equate them? And I had to sit back and like, damn, nigga, you 25. So I get it. So if we don't understand and open our hearts up to what we first started talking about, love and understanding of what it is, we ain't getting nowhere. So our women is our background, our backbone to everything that's happening right now.
Facts.
When you go to the scriptures, everything happened from Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
She took a bit of the apple. That's how it happened.
Right.
Bible, Quran.
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's how it happened.
Right.
But that's how it happened.
According to the scriptures.
According to the scriptures that was written by, translated
was
by.
brought down to us.
Right.
That's what I was making
Not necessarily
of the
true.
timeline.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
From through the timelines. This is all that happened.
We dealing with civilizations current.
Okay.
And like all of these things that you're talking about, to me, are symbols, right? You're talking about relationships. And one thing that's interesting is that we don't only have relationships between men and women. We have relationships between men and men. And I'm not talking about
Bomba clear. That not going
Point
down.
so. I ain't cut you off. Let me build.
Right,
Let me build. Because it's the problem. It's the problem with black men. We quick to judge, we quick to talk, we quick to respond. Right? Now what's real is that if I have me and him have a relationship. It's my brother. I love my brother. So what?
I love you too, brother.
Okay, so what does that mean? Bomba clot. Does that mean that?
That don't mean that.
So pardon me. Let me build. Now watch this. The strength in the community doesn't come solely from you. Like I watched the brother, salute to the brother 19 Keys, because he be having a lot of great bills too. And he be having a lot of different individuals come on and talk about a lot of different things, from relationships to eating to like black wealth to ancestral stuff to a lot of things. And I think that the reason why I said I got 120 from the dope fiends is because sometimes just adding on what you say, like the lessons come from the dirt.
Right.
Like when our lessons come from us going to a youth going, I know what you should do because I've done it and I'm telling you the right way to do it. That's an automatic red flag.
They're not even listening
I'm
to
not
that
doing that. It has to be in a more a more considerate bill. You know, I want to, instead of me, like I start to learn as I became a father. I started to learn to ask more questions of my kids as opposed to telling them what to do. Like, what would you like to eat? What would you like to do? Where would you like to go? I could take you to the park. Like, I will instruct you up until this point. But then when you start talking to me, we all do it. All the fathers have done this. Every father who has walked their child in that carriage and Daddy, where you want to go? You want ice cream? And it's like whatever they talking about, you are engaged. Right? So we're not gonna charge the pioneers for not being engaged with the youth, because the youth is like, yo, fuck you, Pops. You ain't do nothing for me, because we got those versions too. Right? We got the version that's like, yo, you ain't buy me ice cream. I want ice cream. Now I got all the ice cream I want. So it's like, yo, you know, it's like our brother said the basic instructions before leaving Earth. He took the Bible, instead of, like, for those who don't want to get into the Christianity version of it, it's like, all right, we're going to talk about the Nazarenes, we're going to talk about the Nazarene, we're going to talk about the Lions, we're going to talk about the tribe, which is what Kanye was talking about. If you speak to any roster, they're going to be like, yeah, the original Jews is like, we the Levites.
Blood
That's
of Christ.
us. You know what I'm saying? So we talk about the religion part, but the culture is what we suffer from, because, all right, we don't see a bunch of black people going, hey, let's all party together. We see the division, what you were talking about. The division comes from a lot of different things, mainly from capitalism. We live in the wilderness of North America. So what are we talking about? Get money, right? We've been fly. When we was little niggas, we've been fly. We stealing, we want to be fly. But at the same time, when you get people who have this capacity to go, yo, I have made it. I have did the American dream. You want to have these people give you these tools to go, yo, okay, I want that. And if they don't give you that, then you're going to probably go, yo, I'm gonna rob, I'm gonna steal, I'm gonna pimp, I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna do all these things.
Right.
And that's your blueprint. It's not for me, it's just my opinion. It's like if we have 5 black billionaires, we should have 10 black colleges. Colleges, not just public schools. Mm-hmm. Like how much does it cost to build a school?
That's
like
the right time.
Rich Abloh, rest in peace. Abloh was an engineer. Before he started designing for a fucking fashion company, he's a fucking engineer. So this guy can probably build buildings at this crazy cost, and we're beefing about who was the fucking Adidas. We talking about Adidas. I don't even fucking wear Adidas personally. You know what I'm saying? I wear Timbs, and I don't have no stock in that or none of that shit. But at the same time, I'm like, in this wilderness, we are thinking like our captors. We're thinking like capitalists. But if we're gonna use this tool,
no more Adidas.
If we're gonna use this tool, at least let's make sure our kids no more Adidas. Make sure they can eat our food. Make sure that they can have something for their future. We don't even know what's gonna happen when my son become 49. I don't know what's gonna happen. He's 24 right now.
What's a shame then? Because the Donde Academy, that's part of the curriculum.
It's not a shame, it's a lesson. You know what I'm saying? We go through these lessons and we able to spring.
I don't think we should shame that.
We able to spring off these lessons. What have we learned from that shit? We're gonna talk about, all right, don't say this, don't say that. Like we've been walking around here under the radar. Like what's crazy is for me and my PNC, like when we came into the game, like I was telling you, we had our first single was all about the cash. Like it's a bunch of obscenities in there. We talking about robbing people, we talking about stick 'em up, we talking about some terroristic shit.
Right.
And then we watching Buckshot get his ass bust at Hat 97, and he gotta change words. He hates that. He hates the spin backs. We're not gonna let nobody do the spin backs on us. We're gonna change the whole narrative.
What's the spin back? What was the spin
Just
back?
like we don't give a
when they cut the curves.
Ding, all of that. We don't want all of that noises
Hey, we used
on
to
that
have
thing.
but we used to have to go in and record the whole shit over.
That's what I just said. What's wrong? It's my height, man. It's my height, man. This thing's crazy.
30 years.
I was just trying to say I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you clearly wasn't.
30
Anyway,
years.
we did that
30 years.
because
30
we
years.
never wanted to be treated like Black Moon. We saw Buckshot go, he was enraged by that. Censorship. And so we changed the song. So it's like, okay, did we cower or did we get smarter?
You adjusted.
Well, we trying to get to a place.
You adapted.
How would you use your finesse? You don't like your finesse?
Right.
You hating on your finesse? When you go into a spot and you want to get up in there and get up out of there, you use your finesse. So you be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna get these pants. Yo, you better not stop me either. Right. If you gonna cut him, or you gonna stab him, or you gonna go to jail.
Right.
Fuck you talking about? You a tough guy? All right, tough guy. You prove nothing except for the fact that you an idiot. All of the smarts that you learned, old dog, you old dog right now.
Right.
Sorry for your mother. What I have learned to share. And I feel like one of the attributes of being a Muslim is charity. Like we give with nothing to it. We expect nothing.
Right.
I don't even expect you to take this shit. but I'm gonna give it anyway. It's my duty to give. If I have any information that's rich, that will enrich the land, like I can't give you a bunch of money, that ain't shit in here, in this place, but the information will probably help you to go and pass it to your bro.
That's the most
or pass it to
important
your
thing you
sister.
get somebody, man.
Then we can eat our food.
That's the most important thing you get somebody, man.
Bruh.
Why is it one dollar?
It ain't even in schools. This shit.
Let's not pretend like if there was 50 schools out there, we would know each one of them.
Let's do this.
Let's do that. Yo, because neither one of us, there might be somebody watching this like, there's really 100
There are actually,
You dig what I'm saying?
Across the scope.
Only in Brooklyn, there are more schools in Brooklyn than Harlem that does that.
Right.
We just don't know.
Just to exchange information is
But
power,
there's facilities that does it, like Twan, who does All Guns Down. There's other facilities out there like Styles P and Audra, his wife, who does Juices for Life, who goes into the stores and teach natural health.
Right.
Who teaches nutrition.
They're there.
So they're there. It's just about us making the access point to get in them and spreading them across.
It's like
more of the community.
It's like I learned from my queen that Rikers Island is closing. Let's give a clap up for that one. Anybody heard about that?
Yeah, it's been supposed to be closing.
It's been supposed to be, but it's official.
Right.
It's official, and that means that the facilities will be clearly moving into the boroughs. They will be more embedded into the boroughs.
The boats and all
right?
that type of
So, like, we have facilities already in the boroughs. I don't know if that's better or worse. This is from here, from one concentrated place, to now, like, dudes get to literally watch dudes walking up the block.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? But that's like Brooklyn. Brooklyn House has been like that.
Yeah,
you know, you
That's
look at that
MDC.
guy.
Had been there all day.
So
I remember used to being in that shit, looking at Atlantic Avenue, like, nigga, come get me.
it still goes to the mentality. Like I'm man. If I grew up in the '70s, I'd be Black liberation. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely be with George Jackson. I'll be with those cats. And I think that, like, the mentality of the artists, you know, it shifts when they see the responsibility, or they see, like, you know, like everybody is. We've seen like probably like 20 young men and women get murdered, like, this year, right?
We've seen
Whether it's
a lot of it, and I think that's because of the speed of social media.
You gonna blame social media? You gonna blame murder on social media?
No. I'm
being able to
see it.
Just being able to see it.
Just to be,
Because
but that's
I've heard
like,
people come on here and talk wild crazy about drill music and music is this and da-da-da. But if you look at the murder rate of right now and before rap existed, it's not even fucking close. It's not even close.
I don't.
It's not close, bro.
You can't
It was
agree
in the
with that.
thousands.
I can't agree with that because we didn't know it.
It's factual.
It wasn't in our face. No.
Right. This is what I'm
it's
saying.
not. Social media
This is
shit.
what I'm saying. With
Right,
social media,
Show you can see
it's-
it.
social media, you get to see the same
technology,
murder
that's like
from
a
5
gift and
different
a curse.
angles. So it's like you saw 5 murders,
5D.
5 different
So
angles.
that's,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
like, that's like
But-
that's like as being an artist, when you would drop something, Japan or just say any place where you can get it for 6 months later. Now when you drop something, they get it the same fucking
Same day,
time.
right.
You drop it.
Right.
So now is you can't blame social media for
No,
that.
I'm not blaming
It's
social media
technology.
for the murders. I'm saying we can't put all the blame on the music.
No,
because-
it's not the music at all.
Right, because before the music existed, the murder rate was higher.
It was there.
Not to say it doesn't
like
contribute to the what's going on, but
that's just like
it
for
was
me
higher.
to say
It
before
was
we
worse.
came out.
You dig
and
what
was
I'm
telling
saying?
my hood brothers what was going on in the hood. It was already happening with Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
Right.
I just didn't know about it. At the same rate, when I came out, the same shit was happening. They didn't know about it until I spoke about it.
I get you.
You feel me?
Right.
So you can't say it's that what caused that.
Right.
Because it's always been happening.
And that's my point.
I just think you can see it more now.
Right,
because of social
it's
media,
there.
technology.
So, right.
You can't,
So
you can't,
we all get it at the same
awareness
time.
level is through the fucking roof.
Yeah.
Your
You
antenna.
We all get it at the same time.
You cannot. You cannot. You
Every
You
murder
can't pull a
televised.
wool over our eyes no more,
Not at all.
basically.
I think the biggest issue that we have in hip hop is division.
That's part of it, but at the same time, you have to take accountability. You know what I mean?
Nah.
Like. Okay.
When you say division,
Hold on. Wait. Time out. Time out. The accountability, you know, you see guys right now, like big up to KRS-One, Chuck D, like, you know, Dougie Fresh, they doing this Hip Hop Alliance thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is like 30 years after doing like Stop the Violence, right? This is also like 27 years after doing The Gangs All Here. Like the East Coast, the West Coast version of this, like
All in the same game.
all in the same game. Right, my bad. You already know that. So it's like we, you know, in the attempts to bring and I guess artists together, you have money, right? You have the capitalism, and then you have fucking egos. I want to charge all the artists like you motherfuckers is the one that's fucking up the game. You know what I mean? Like you guys is like who's the hierarchy here when you go into the studio and it's like 10 big money. And it's like, all right, you say you don't want to do this. You don't want to do this. So you want to put the little niggas on. So the little niggas need some instruction.
Right.
They can't just go here and just blam some shit and they over there. We've been in positions where we didn't have the elders around us, but we still had some type of knowledge of ourselves to go out there and perform.
but that was the thing.
Pause up. Hold on, wait. Let me finish this last thought. BET, we fucked up a lot of BET. But we had Tigger, and there was one other person that just never gave up on us. It wasn't big, it was Big Lad, but we had people from DC, like Boot Camp Click had people that saved our ass. From a lot of us boot camp clicking, fucking up the program. How you say, are you the guy who wrecked the buffet? The whole boot camp wrecked the buffet.
Stuff the bananas.
All your soldier shit went out the window when y'all got here and y'all saw this fabulous cheese.
So what?
If anything,
Tell
it
me
would've been
about
Big
these
Tigger and Joe
incidents.
Clair.
What were these incidents?
Joe Clair. There you go. Joe Clair.
Right.
These incidents are things that a lot of artists will never like to talk about. We can talk about details. News at 11. That's another show. I think that a lot of artists have to, you got to assume some responsibility or culpability in your crime. And if for boot camp, what I love about boot camp is that boot camp showed camaraderie amongst themselves, which made it kind of be popular to other people.
For crews. But
Like
did you
crews
show
and global.
camaraderie to other artists?
We showed camaraderie to everybody, but we
What? What are you
had
talking
no.
about?
No, I'm saying did y'all get along with other rappers?
Of course. We got along with everybody. Like,
It's a
yo, I
mixed
got
opinion.
pictures.
Yeah.
It's a mixed opinion because he's just a goofball. Like, we got pictures of.
You call me a goofball?
Yeah, you talking about mixed opinions. What the fuck are you talking about?
No,
You
I
rolling
said,
your
I
eyes
said
and
the
shit?
mixed
We
opinion.
got-
I ain't
we
get
got-
along.
we got
get
pictures-
along with a bunch of.
Anyway, I got photographs of Busta Rhymes and the Dog Hilly.
Yeah, that's certain niggas.
All
though.
right, so before you go like this.
I didn't even do that though.
Whatever, nigga. I can sense the shit coming. The heat that's coming from that seat.
That's a shining. That's
All I'm saying is that
I'm about to talk my shit.
What's crazy is that Biggie Small came to the
Talk that shit.
Clep and Biggie drove in the queue at the Dog Hilly. We outside in the Dog Hilly blowing. I'm jacking.
Talk.
Right. So
Did y'all diss him?
anyway, you speeding. We ain't diss him. All I'm saying is that
True.
you asked the question.
True.
We
No,
fuck with.
he's right.
We never had no drama with nobody. We fuck with everybody. And as we coming through, we showing our respect, because we know what we can do.
Right.
We ain't coming out here when we street niggas, well, we ain't got no, fuck y'all niggas. We ain't moving like that. We in Harlem. The first time I smoked hashish was in 124th Street Park. We goddamn one of them brand Nubian niggas. I think it was Sadat X who was over there.
Because he used to live over in the brownstone.
Right, so I'm like,
on the
we in
back end
Harlem.
block.
Me and this guy, we in Harlem. We going to Bronx. We everywhere, bro.
So how did the complication between y'all and BIG happen?
That wasn't between us.
It was love.
That wasn't between us.
That was OGC.
That was the young guards, and they wanted to do something, and they felt the way about something, and they felt strongly about a particular thing, and they wanted to move with that. And it's also capitalism because the powers that be was like, yeah, let's do that. Like, let's get that because that will bring in us more. We have drama and we can have that, and we're going. See how he sitting? That's exactly how he was sitting in the meeting. Like, I don't.
Yeah, this ain't.
You can't tell the bro like, yo, it's probably not. We don't even need to go there, but it's all over some superficial shit. And
was it due to the alliance with Pac or?
Nah, it was due to a sample. It was a sample situation.
It was a sample situation?
Yeah, it was a sample situation.
The same
music shit.
Yeah, it was a sample situation.
Yeah.
OGC used a sample. And Biggie used the same sample, and dudes pretty much thought that Biggie stole it, jacked the shit. You know what I'm saying? We performed this shit at the Palladium, and then the next thing you know, we hear this on the radio, and they's like, "Oh, he stole our shit," right? So that was the situation, and these young bloods was like, "Yo, we need to respond to that. It's not no drama, but at the same time, it's like that's how you feel. You wanna. This is what I'm saying. Our conversations. I feel like." If we would have had a more in-depth conversation, that shit would have never occurred.
Right.
So I can't say it's their fault. I can say it's all of our fault by not talking. And when we leave it up to chance, and when we leave it up to like whatever, nigga, you had to be there type shit, then we can go. Two of the biggest niggas, gonna falter. Like boot camp gonna be blacklisted by the entire New York City because of that. Right? You can't go here. Niggas don't even know if they want to fuck with you yet. And it's like not just these guys, it's all of us. So it's like our not talking is culpable in the fucking crime. You know what time it is. Motherfuckers getting hit with the RICO. We got hit with the RICO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
he got hit with
the RICO. You know what I mean?
Go shit.
So I mean, even to this day, it's about building up your relationships.
Right.
So that's why I was like talking about earlier, like don't stress the relationship of so much of your man and your woman, but that's personal. You know what I mean? But the relationship that you build within this industry is between a community of individuals who
Bound chicka bow wow.
had the respect or the desire that respect or command that.
Right.
But they not necessarily good people.
Right.
What happened with y'all and Pac? How was that relationship?
Incredible.
And Tupac?
Incredible.
I think
How did y'all connect?
I think I learned some of
Your
my
mentality is the
best.
same. Like
I think I learned
Black
some of
Panther
my best work ethics from Pac.
that's crazy. Cause when y'all talk a lot of things, y'all principles y'all stand on. He was about that shit too, cause y'all got it from the Black Panther type of.
I mean, it was
energy,
already
you know what I'm saying?
boot camp. Like when I say I wore combat boots and fatigue shit, that was from actual Army situation.
Yeah, he really was wearing that shit in high school.
Custom
Like,
made joint
Yeah,
from
no.
World War III.
My brother was a drill
None of
sergeant,
that shit.
so he would come home with these
I was
shits,
only a matter of time.
and that was my mentality. Like the black community family was you have to go into the Army to make something out of yourself. You have to. That was the generational.
Our generation.
Right, that I came
Okay.
from.
Right.
My dad didn't go to the Army, but everything after I had a brother that played for Dallas Cowboys. I had a brother that was a drill sergeant in the Army. I come from a family of 16. I have 9 brothers and 6 sisters. So my family, I'm from down south. I was born in New York, but my family's from Virginia and Baltimore.
Gotcha.
So that being together is the way that we was brought up.
Got you.
So what you asking from that, it was my brothers was already in that
lifestyle.
Mentality.
that lifestyle. That like you want to make a better living for yourself. You remember those commercials? Yo, go to the army.
Yeah.
That
Be all that you can be.
Remember that was the first commercial
Right.
that was automatically
And you're drilling
programming
your
us.
head. Yeah, that was
Then the next
quintessential
commercial came from yo, you ain't doing nothing. You sitting home on the couch all day.
Right.
Come to IOU College.
Yeah.
So it was
I
brutal.
said,
You know what I mean? That's what it
Yeah,
was.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I came from that family. Besides my pops doing what he was doing and everything, once I learned that I couldn't go into the army because I was smoking too much weed already.
Right.
So once we met up with them and started doing what we was doing, it was already, I got lost in the studio recording with Pac, going to the bathroom. I was going to the bathroom and I walked into a room that was about this big that had strictly, this one niggas was recording on 2 inches tape. Remember?
Right.
2 reel?
Right.
Reel to real shit.
Right.
I went to a room that was literally this big,
Wow.
full of
Tapes and shit.
Tupac tapes.
God damn. Okay.
And it was like, when we was in the studio working, it was like, yo, nigga, all you gotta do is lay your vocals, let the engineer do what they do. His favorite catchphrase was goat mouth. Nigga, you a goat mouth, yeah. Let the goat mouth do it, that nigga goat mouth doing it. We're like, how the fuck?
What was a goat mouth?
He called.
Yeah.
That's what he called the engineer.
The goat mouth.
Cold mouth.
The goat mouth is the nigga that
motherfucker, turn the music up and goat mouth.
Goat mouth, nigga, this is what you gotta do,
funny,
do
bro.
this, do that.
Right.
So your job is your lyrics,
And that's
your
it.
vocals, and that's it. Oh, nah, I want to hear, nigga, that's the goat mouth job. All we gotta do is go to the next song. He didn't even want to hear.
He didn't want to hear the playback.
His work ethics was so
Get back to
crazy.
that.
Wow.
You ain't even want to hear playback. Oh, you had the vocals? Boom, boom. What's the next song? Johnny J, Daz Dillon. These was all niggas that was in the studio. When we was recording the One Nation album. Oh, who got a beat? Who got a beat? You got a beat, you got a beat, you got a beat. Pull it up. Oh, you got a verse? You got a verse? So when you see a lot of these MTV shits with Pop, you might see Steele in the background. You see Buck in the background.
Right.
We thought we
All
was
them
goddamn
shits.
security.
We just literally, yeah. But it was never no choosing sides of an East and a West
Right.
shit.
When you say
You
you
just fuck
thought
with
we
niggas you
thought
fuck
we was
with.
security, what do you
We
mean?
thought we was security. We Brooklyn niggas. Like, we ain't coming out here to hang out. We know we came out here for. You say how we got there. We, salute to the homie Swan Gotti. Swan Gotti used to fuck with Stretch, rest in peace. And, when we was in the studio recording with Aaliyah, they gave us a call, like, yo, Pac, and, so big up to the Outlaws, of course, because the Outlaws is the ones who really, put the one to the two. And then being a friend with Stretch, and Son was like, we on the phone with Son, like, I want to bring y'all out. Right. Like, yeah, let's go. But at the same time, we know the current events, like it's a little bit rickety between New York and us coming to
Yeah, but it was never no East West because
Not
me
with
and
us.
Big was, I would be on my motorcycle or skateboard, whatever it called, and me and Big was just rocking daily. Me, Big, Clap, C's. Oh, Tech parking, shit parking, bike, let's get over here. We go to the weed spot and be up in there all day. And you couldn't even buy weed because we smoking weed all day. So it was just something that it was some shit that was just like it was never an unheard of shit type of.
Nah, it was. You can't describe it because for us to go out there, of course, we probably felt a little bit awkward, but it wasn't like a taking side. Like, all right, we went to this side or that side. We're gonna go to the west side. But at the same time, we youngins, dude, it's '96. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, Tupac? Yeah, absolutely.
Did
like,
you ever feel like maybe you could squash it?
It's been to this day. It's been to this day where C's and other niggas
Not me.
have told me like, yo,
Not me.
Big used to tell me like I was his best rapper. Well, Big would tell them I was his best rapper. So I would literally cry and shed tears with hearing that story. To be like,
Me, you, and C's, we hung out downtown.
of
before.
course, but yeah.
I will
So,
say
I
this.
took Capone to the hood to squash the beef between C Gutter and C's and him.
Wow.
So it was. I'm Brooklyn to the heart, Bedford-Stuyvesant for life. That's Brownsville. So is we all, even though we might not all get along or fuck with each other,
Right.
but we fuck with each other.
Yeah, spread love is the Brooklyn way.
Spread love is the Brooklyn way.
Yeah.
Big was my Gemini brother. To this day, he's my top 5. C's is my brother, and that's my brother. And Pac is my Gemini brother. And it's still, it was never a form of choosing sides.
But
Like you
squashing
said, we
it
hung out.
was squashing it.
It's always been squashed.
We had a conversation.
It's just I don't really like talking about it because if
Can
you,
I add
if
on?
you-
Can I add on since you don't like talking about
Give
it?
me 1 second, my Jeezy. If you didn't know, then you don't need to know.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you didn't know, then you don't need to know.
And let a white man tell a story
It ain't
to a violin.
it ain't about letting a white man tell a story. It's just
It was the East and the West. It was a good time. It was a bad time.
Oh, they made
When we
it
went
that,
out
huh?
there, we took a chance.
They made it that.
that's what they try to.
They spun it into
Not
that.
even.
You not.
because
You
they
not.
know.
Yo, Roro.
Yeah.
Thank you. The homie said, "Could you squash it?" But think about this.
Could we squash it? But it was squashed.
Okay. Listen to the question. Could you squash it? When you have a group of guys from Brooklyn going to the West Coast and there's nobody getting killed, I would say theoretically, we can squash it.
It is squashed.
Our power, maybe we're not big enough to go between these two towers and go, guys. But we showing and proving that it's not, as my coworker says, it's squashed. Because we're not even thinking about it like that.
I got much respect for you, gentlemen. I got to chime in on this because none of these guys are quite our age. Y'all are a couple of years older than
Speak
me,
upon it.
but
Speak
I'm
upon it.
right under y'all, and I got to speak on this. For me and my comrades, and me and guys like me, and I'm older now, and I see it totally different. But you dudes was traders. You know what I'm saying? And I
Fuck out of here.
Nah, you talking about the explorers. You talking about going through the lands and bartering and
At
go ahead,
that
build
time,
on.
me and my comrades that was right up under you, that was listening to Smif-N-Wessun, that was ran the Timberlands booth, that was representing New York. Whether you want to hear it or not and accept it is on
I'm
you.
listening. Good.
We felt attacked by Pop. We felt that he attacked New York. We felt, me and real dudes out here in the street, that was really involved. We didn't have the rap albums or deals that y'all had at the time. Much respect that y'all got that, but it was still real dudes out here that didn't get that. And we looked up to y'all, and we didn't understand that part. So that's the only thing I'm saying. As an older
right,
person,
so let
I can
me-
dig
let
and
me-
I can finish. As an older person, I can dig and I can understand what y'all saying. I'm just telling you as a younger man. At that time, I think I was 17, 18.
Right. So let me explain it.
Just said, kill New York children. You know what I'm saying? Fuck New York, baby. how you didn't hear it.
Let me explain this.
Wait. I'm not co-signing that because I've never heard that. And did anybody else ever hear?
This is why.
Anybody else? Did anybody else? Yo, we gotta write that. We gotta write that.
Wait.
We gotta write that. We gotta write that. What? We gotta write that. What?
He said what?
We gotta write that. What?
He said what? He said what?
He said New York though?
He said New York. He said New York.
Y'all can play these games.
I told you.
Yeah.
But I'm a real age. They might not know.
Right.
Because they might be.
I never heard Bob say no shit
You
like
never heard Bob say it, but he said it, and the man just said that's my
Now, I know I said my phone make sure all your kids don't go, but he's talking to his enemies, right? He's not talking to whole New York. He's not saying kill New York babies.
That's what y'all saying.
Kill New York babies.
That's what y'all saying.
Kill New York babies.
I'm telling you.
Nigga, you
Real
wildin',
New York
bro.
niggas at
You
that
wildin'.
time, he said,
Bro.
you New York niggas. You said, play it.
Hold on. Bigger.
Somebody's in
Bigger. If you're gonna quote somebody
Somebody's in there,
saying
bro.
something, you gotta quote the exact words. You can't just jump on camera. Listen, hold on. You can't just jump on camera and say, this dude said kill New York babies. You can't do that. You can't do that, bro.
First of all,
you can't do that.
I didn't say he said kill New York, baby.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
That's what you just said.
That's what you said, bro.
That's what you just said.
We can stop and rewind and take right now. Nah, you said kill New York babies.
New York was stop. Let me answer my question.
New York babies.
Stop. Let me answer my question. He
How you
didn't
gonna
make
answer?
himself specific. I never said that. Don't
You just said
You
that.
just said it.
You just said that. We all could agree to what you just said.
Nah, he said,
Right.
you said kill New York, something like that.
I want y'all to act bigger. I want y'all to act bigger and remind
He said
him
New York,
what he
though.
said.
He was in the
How you know the fuck he referring to?
New York. If you don't look, I don't know.
What song?
What you said? You heard it?
What song?
He
What
said
song?
New York.
Play it.
What song is it?
First of all,
Let's hit him up.
Grains and Politics. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
we losing a point. The bottom line, if I felt that way, I'm telling you, it's a lot of my other comrades that felt that way. So whether I heard it wrong or not, you're missing the point.
No, it's not
That
the
ain't the
point.
point.
So
You
That's
and your
not the
comrades is
point.
missing the point.
Not the point.
No, not so.
Kill New York babies.
Play the record.
I said, get to the point. You trying to say?
This gentleman said a lot of Brooklyn people felt that Smif-N-Wessun was traitors. Let's address that. Let's stop being antagonists. I don't give a fuck about that line. But I'm gonna tell you what I felt. I went out there to rep my hood. I went out there because I'm the only nigga with enough balls to go out there because I'm not gonna hate for Pop or for Biggie. So we the only niggas that can do what we call special teams. That's what we call ourselves.
In the middle of East and West.
Give me
Talk your talk.
Give me my shit.
Yeah.
I cut niggas off. This is my pet peeve. I hate when niggas cut me off. But I've been watching this shit all night long. Right? But I respect what you're saying. And I know that's what they think of us. But if we don't go out there and have that goddamn Nat Turner with the black brother spirit, then we're gonna be cowards. Because I don't take no sides. I don't feel you right. I don't feel you right. I ain't making no money from your fucking food, nigga. So my thing is this. Me and my PNC, we going out there to see what I've gone. And we went out there with our team, and we sat there. We broke bread with that man. So what you said, what it was like? It was like sitting with my brother. These niggas was eating turkey bacon and eggs and goddamn waffles. Cooked by a buckshot brother. You understand? We ain't had no chef. The bitch left 2 days after. We was sitting there like us sitting here.
Right.
That's how I felt. If I ever got a chance to sit with my brother, I wouldn't want to sit with my brother before I kill my brother. Because if I sit in my head and go, Smif-N-Wessun is a traitor, and you a liar, and you come to my door and I blow your fucking head off, what kind of conversation you want to have? We all gonna have a retaliatory environment. We are slaves to our own fucking slavery. These motherfuckers did a great job on us. When we can have a situation, we go, yo, brother, it ain't even like that, Holmes. It ain't even like that, because I can tell you what Pop was saying when we were sitting in that living room, trying to get the fucking lazy disc to play. He ain't know how to play the lazy disc. We like, nigga, we can't play the lazy disc, which means what? We ain't got the iPhones, but we can't get on our phone. We can't watch the Instagram. We can't do nothing. So what we gotta do? Talk. What are we talking about? Huh? We have a church. I miss that part. I miss when niggas ain't had nothing to do.
Now, did you understand?
Hard self. I ain't cut your wisdom, but I'm gonna tell you what it was like.
I didn't mean to cut your
I'm gonna tell you what it was like sitting with Pop. I met his mother, I met his auntie, I met his cousin. I wasn't even around. And I don't know if he did that on purpose. Because when boot camp was there, it was times when this nigga would leave and we would go, yo, what we doing boot camp? We would start cooking. And then Pop would walk through the door and the door would be in the kitchen, cooking the whole pack of bacon, cooking the whole box of things, cooking all the eggs, and we'd be on the floor hitting it. And Pop walk in like this. I'm tapping it. Pop walking like, oh shit, this what y'all doing? Drop, boom, in the white suit. That's how Pop was. That's what I'm saying. I don't know this nigga.
It was
you
love.
Gotta plead no loyalty or none of that shit. But we going, yo, we the same motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying to you? We just got a bad deal. And then because of this capitalism, we going at each other through. Like Pop, it's just like us. And it's like, damn, I walked down Pacific. When I was on Utica Avenue, and I heard niggas going, man, go to that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, I want to spin on these niggas. But I'm like, I understand why he said that. He's like, he keep running his mouth. But imagine if all of us be pacified black men. I don't think any one of us deserve to be murdered for our words. I don't think Kanye needs to be a slave for his words, but at the same time, it's accountability, right? Pop should live, he should have lived past 25. Big should have lived past 25. Malcolm should have lived past 41. Martin should have lived past 41.
Did you understand earlier when I said that we haven't heard y'all talk?
I understood that.
So did you understand?
That's why I'm coming to get
Do
my
you
motherfucking
understand
hug.
right now? Do you understand right now how important? Do you understand how important that meant?
Yes, I know.
Do you understand that you were soldiers out here in the street that didn't understand? There was no social media right there.
Love that.
You wasn't there to explain that to the youngster right at that time that was like me, that was 17 years old. I'm a real New York nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all of this camera shit. I'm a real New York nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck what everybody else heard. You know what was said on that, and you know how that could have been associated to real New York niggas.
I know.
So fuck what everybody else said.
This is why me.
You know good and well when he said those babies that was associated to those that was listening to New York people.
Nah,
so the only
I
thing
can't co-sign that.
You can't co-sign
I
it.
feel you. You didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
But what they asked was, when you was with them, to bring peace.
That's a
How
fact.
did you bring peace?
That's a fact.
Mind you, only point that I made. Only point that I made. When I'm
We spinning the block. We spinning the block.
Wait, when I'm with my brothers, which we are brothers, and we are protect our brothers, and we keep our brothers. If you in the wrong, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your celebrity or nothing. I'm gonna let you know you in the wrong. You can tell me to fuck off after that or whatever, and that'll be all good. But fuck you and your celebrity if you wrong. And only point I'm making, I didn't have the opportunity to get around Pop. I believe that was a good brother. I believe that was a righteous brother. Don't get it twisted. But do I believe he should have been brought to check? Absolutely. You don't ever fucking make a whole nother coat that you was born at in Harlem Hospital.
But that was
Born in Harlem Hospital.
He didn't do that. He didn't do that, Bigger. He didn't do that, Bigger. Bigger, he didn't do that. Bigger, he didn't do that. Bigger, he didn't do that.
I'm gonna give y'all a jewel.
The media sold that, bro.
I'm gonna
The
give you a
media
jewel.
sold that. The media sold
I'm gonna give you a
that.
jewel.
That's the truth.
Let me give you a jewel.
That's the truth.
Hold on.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna give you a jewel.
He's expressed. That's a fact.
I don't look. I'm
Fuck about none. Don't do that shit with my brother. Fuck all that shit. Ain't near one of them here. You talk what you talk and you believe, don't do that shit.
Don't do what?
What you just did, man, that's wrong. For you to act like that, when I'm telling you we around a nigga, and you, for what you just reacted to, for what you just heard, nobody in this room heard no New York baby type shit.
The man is right there told you.
The man said he ain't heard New York baby. He said baby.
What's the ball? What's the ball?
You pulled up the ball. Look at Chip. Look at Chip. Look at Chip. Look at Chip.
You pulled up the ball.
They're not from New York.
You pulled up the ball. He was talking specifically to certain people. That's why I don't like talking about this shit. When you talk about us, that's me and my fucking brother. We was there. You wasn't fucking there. I held guns on our fucking waist to hold Pac down. Big pick me up every fucking day. I don't give a fuck what you feel. How old you are, what niggas you raised with, I don't give a fuck how big you are. All that shit. You
We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
You watch your fucking mouth. You being disrespectful. You being disrespectful. I was there, nigga. I was there, nigga. I was fucking there, nigga. I was fucking there, nigga. I was there. No, I was there. And watch your mouth. I was there.
Give a fuck about that.
Me either, nigga. Me either. Fuck that, nigga. I don't give a fuck about that. I was there, nigga. He can't tell me shit.
No, but listen, we need this though. We need this education, dog.
He can't tell me shit.
No, bitch, trust me, nigga. You taking it personal. Just listen.
I was there.
Yo, we shutting it down. We shutting it down. We shutting it down.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.